Hey dude, do you want to write a pop punk song? No? Well, I'm gonna teach you anyways. They're pretty simple, pretty easy. You wanna make it fast, catchy, upbeat, happy. Those are kind of the criterias you want to hit with a pop punk song. This is my song Rollercoaster. It comes out June 27th on all streaming services. I just wanted to show you guys how I did this. I didn't really want to re-record it again because it's all mixed up, and the only thing, I just took off all the vocals on this session. But let's begin. Okay, so typically when I first start a song, I will always find a drum beat I like. This is the one I settled on. Pretty simple drum loop, gave me that pop punk vibe. Now that I have a drum beat, I would then record a riff over that drum beat. This is what I have. For this riff, you want to be an open D, which is D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. I'm only moving my finger on the low A string, and that's pretty much all the movement that is happening throughout this entire riff. Everything else is played on the open strings. Now, I always like to add a counter melody to a riff. I don't always do it, but for this one it felt like it needed it just because there is so many open strings and there's not much movement. The counter melody definitely helps out with that. Later in the verse it changes up once the other guitars come in. I just wanted something different, just kind of build up to that chorus. So with context with the drums, this is what it sounds like. Right on. So you could keep it at that. Vocally, you could do something different. I wanted more, so I added a Mesa Boogie guitar track. And then I beefed that one up with the JCM guitars. Then I just added my bass guitar, and this is how it all sounds. Now, since I have that, I will then switch up the drum beat for a chorus, and this is the drum beat that I ended up choosing. Pretty simple, just kind of up tempo, upbeat. And then I just did power chords over this chorus. I had 2 Mesa tracks, 2 JCM tracks, and the reason I'm doing 2 tracks, I should also add, I pan them out left and right. I do that for practically every guitar track I record. Maybe that's overkill, but that's how I do it. I do left, right on everything, except bass. I keep bass central, and then I just have a wider plugin that just kind of beefs it all up. Right, and then I added an octave over it just as a little extra layer because I thought that sounded pretty cool. Right, and then I added a filter guitar over it in the background just to add more character. That's my chorus, and then after that I'll typically take like an element from the first verse and make it as an intro, which I did here with the first riff. Like that'll just go into the first verse, and then I just essentially copy and paste the verse chorus format here to verse 2, but I will try to make verse 2 a little different. For example, right here, there's a gap. The music just stops, but the counter melody still plays. Kind of gives it another little breakdown too. Now it's time for the bridge. The bridge, I like to typically, depending on what type of pop punk song I'm making, if I'm making a song like this, I don't really want to stray too far from the original idea. I found another drum beat that I wanted to use here that sounded more like Blink-182, Travis Barker inspired. Then I just did power chords again, but I palm muted it. It follows that same progression as the chorus, it's just palm muted. And it even has the same filter background too. The bass is a little different. I just hold the note rather than chug it like I do in the chorus. But yeah, this is what the bridge sounds like. To go back into the final chorus, I added a guitar slide and I automated it to where it pans from the right side of the ear to the left side, and you'll be able to hear that. I also added a bass slide too, just because I really like bass slides and I think it sounds pretty cool. So here is it all together. From here, I'm going to play it to the end and you'll get to see the guitar scratch panning and how the bass slide, how it all brings it back home. Yeah, that's how I do it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The only thing left is vocals, but I have vocals on this song already. Songs like these can be about anything. Like that's why I don't even pick a title until right before I write lyrics, because I want something to write about. Rollercoaster comes out June 27th on all streaming services. Another shameless plug, I'm sorry. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, or videos to where I'm actually recording on camera, leave a like, subscribe, and comment below what you want to see. Alright, peace.